I guess we're live. I'll give it a minute to check everything.
Right.
Excuse me. It's Dustin's birthday. Happy birthday to Dustin. Dustin's birthday. Birthday for Dustin. Birthdays. Birthdays. Alright, now I'll check everything since I'm sitting still. YouTube Studio. Sounds like a really weird thing. Anyways. Battle. We're gonna crunch it. I gotta train at least 75-ish. I want to say. That's what I want to say. Alright. Well, how much XP do we get? 1,000?
1,000.
That's quite a bit. Not a shit ton, but it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Pop out Odysseys. Chat. Says I don't have to do rumbles anymore. As that comes through. And a bit shoot apparently needs to be reloaded. Unless it's just not streaming to it. And then that'll be making me mad because, you know. Again, sometimes these streaming services just don't listen. Alright, that's good to go. Twitch is good to go. D-Live is good to go. Kick is also good to go. Now on to catching
the Pokemons.
Mantike and trading my butt off to get ready for the Elite Four. And doing some of the things that I already did. Yeah. Meryl and Infamy. I probably should have someone else besides Infamy.
Maybe.
Out. While I'm doing the water stuff. Because he is not very effective against any of these motherfuckers. Because one is Fairy. And that was Gary. Back. No. We're not getting rid of Gary. Gary need to tack. Gary used Crunch on Wingull. Infrape, you're getting swapped out for Torterra. Wingull's gone. That was pretty easy. I gotta fix these chats. I just realized I didn't line them up right. What the hell? Why is one on the outside of the screen? What are you doing? Alrighty. Alright. What? Oh, it's still adjusting. It's being retarded. Okay. What the hell is Bumblebee to do with our hair?
Shit and stuff and shit.
It started to rain. We're gonna use Crunch on Pelipper. Torterra's gonna use Giga Drain on Meryl. I still need a dragon move. So when we get to the Elite Four, I'll probably have to end up going to the department store. To go see if there's any dragon moves I can buy. Gold Duck. Crunch Pelipper. Battle. Leaf Storm on Gold Duck. Zen Headbutt. Who are you attacking with that? Because I know it ain't gonna... Oh, fuck off. That's what you get for making Gary flinch. Oh, I forgot that it lowers my attack harshly. Or is that my special attack? I didn't read it. I just saw attack. Abbreviation. Y'all always trying to do special shit. Would you just attack Pelipper and stop flinching? Stop being a bitch. You kick a drain. Because Wingull can give me all of its HP. Air Slash. What are you doing? Someone on Kick's already being a douchebag.
That was quick.
Gyarados. Wait, who flinched?
Who done it?
I hate Devil's Battles. Get fucked, Wingull.
Raining up the Eevee.
Dude, Torterra, you're fucking useless at this
Catching
point.
a whole bunch of Eevee. Man. Kick is on it tonight.
Apparently. I guess we're just not gonna attack anything. We're gonna be fucking stupid. And just hurt myself repeatedly. So I guess this is what we do now. I'm still lost to why Torterra's confused. I don't know what move made him confused, but it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I'm literally just sitting here hoping to get one move off with fucking dumbass. Terry, you need a lot of training. You're dumb shit. To be fair, though, I should probably pull out Kazaa. My guess, the lowest levels I have are Kazaa and, what's his name? Luxray. What do you know? I'm right. There's no reason why you're way less than half health. There's literally zero reason. You were fighting water Pokemon. Why are you being garbage like you've never battled before? That is the question.
I got itchy hand.
How far until I get to the top? Okay.
The tippity toppity tippity top.
Fuck off, Pelipper, you're gay.
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 Gay. Why are you so gay? Why are you gay?
So the first Elite Four member is a bug boy, so Infrape will take care of that. Then you got Bertha, who has ground type Pokemon. Torterra should be able to take care of most of that. Anything that's not water type, we'll use Gyarados. Flint is Fire Boy, who also has an Infrape, so Gyarados and Empoleon. Well, last the Elite Four is Psychic, so most of my team. And the last, and the champion, Cynthia, is Ghost Dark, Grass Poison, Water Ground, Fighting Steel.
She's got a pretty well balanced game.
And of course, the asshole Garchomp, which is Dragon Ground. So, the first playthrough should be fairly easy. If I get it up to 75.
That's entirely dependent upon you getting it up to 75.
They will be getting up to 75 before I get to the Elite Four. I still have to go up this route and then go up the cave to get there. Also, do I have Waterfall? I didn't even look. I need Waterfall to get up there, so... Pretty sure the last guy gives it to you. We got a Wingull.
A Wingull.
Bikini wearing lady pulled out a Wingull. I eventually have to fight Dustin and trade with Dustin, but I'm lazy and don't feel like changing games right now.
That's fine. I need to train up my Eevee anyway with candies.
I gotta train up all of my Pokemon. A Seeking, huh? I'll probably use Spark because they're a little bit bulkier.
I think the worst thing about these bots. Ray, what's up? But the worst thing about
Ray?
these,
How you doing?
the worst thing about these bots, is they open up with a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, great streamer. You're a fucking liar. I'm mediocre at best.
I'm just an asshole on the internet.
Yeah, I'm an asshole who somebody decided was a good idea to have access to the internet.
Technically my job, but yeah. Since I paid the bill.
Right. Somebody decided I was adult enough to have an internet contract.
I'm pretty good.
It's snowing.
I'm doing pretty good. It's snowing, so I'll probably go in late to work tomorrow. I'll probably be the only one there, really, though.
It's same. Difference is I'm not riding my bike to work.
I'm not either.
I don't have a bike.
I haven't been riding my bike to work. I've been getting dropped off with my bike because it doesn't get bright enough until 7.
No. I did not get that version, either of them. So I can never have.
Yeah,
the
no, mine was too late. Well, you can. Your Mew's just too good to give up on Pokemon Go. Which I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Or you could finish the Shiny Mew one.
I have the Shiny Mew.
So why don't you just transfer that?
Because it's stuck in this game.
What do you mean?
And it can only go back and forth to Let's Go.
No, it can go to home. What the fuck are you talking about? Once you put it in that game, you can put it in home. What are you talking about? You know what? I looked at Pokemon Go to see anything I want to see. None of it's good. Except for the shiny, or the ho, not the shiny, the shadow hose I have, which I can purify.
Jesus.
Put your photo on mute.
A whole bunch of notifications for you going live.
I have to finish. To get to the last one for the Shiny Mew, I have to finish 11 more field research tasks to get to number 4 out of 3. I don't know what you have to do in 4, though. It might be nothing. It might be something. No. Unlock, you turd. Anyways.
Well, maybe if you didn't suck.
Yeah, if I actually played Pokemon Go. Me and I haven't been playing since I got the Switch, essentially.
Dude, that's the Shiny Mew is ancient.
What?
The Shiny Mew is ancient.
I mean, what the hell does that mean?
The missions for it are fucking old as shit. Like,
yeah, but they're specific. So, like, you think I was specific
years
about what?
ago.
Yeah, but who knows when I got to the 3rd page? I don't even fucking know, dude. That was like forever ago, or recent, probably. Yeah, it's a cool thing. I just wish. Well, I didn't have a Switch at the time when that game released. I guess I could buy it off of eBay, but they're going for a lot of money, and everybody already got the code for the Mew. So, unless someone has one that's unopened, they're probably charging like $500 for it.
$100 million.
It's old Austin Power reference. Austin Powers reference.
I mean, I am old.
I was just thinking about this the other day. What things came out around the same time in different genres of media? So, what album? Oh, hold on, let me see what album that is. Does This Look Infected? And the second Austin Powers movie came out to around the same time. When I say the second Austin Powers movie, I mean the DVD or whatever, not the movies. Hey, I gotta catch this guy.
Excellent. Yeah.
And my favorite Warp Tour is still the Warp Tour that I went to with Amanda and some 41. That's only because some 41 was there. The one band I have never seen live that I wanted to see live, I got to see live.
I never get to see the
They're
band I
goofy as
wanna
shit. Well, you'll never be able to see them.
see. Nope.
That's okay. Every time we go buy tickets for Ozzy Osbourne, I have to return them. Because he gets sick or hurt or something. So I gave up on that. Because he's 1,000 years old. So I've given up on that.
Sharon.
And no, I'm not kidding. I have quite literally given up on trying to see Ozzy Osbourne.
Sharon.
I'll never see Metallica because their tickets are too expensive.
Sharon.
I'm used to like non-popular bands though, so like anything over like $50 I don't pay for. Like for instance,
Back.
me, my son and my mother and my dad and my brother all went to go see Slipknot this year during their 25th anniversary tour for their first album. Violent Femmes, they're okay. I'm more into metal, so like rock's cool. I'm not super into it though. The only reason I wanted to see Sum 41 is because that's when like I started getting into music, and of course, since really the only thing that was music that wasn't the radio was MTV in the morning and late at night, and
Why does
TRL.
why does In the End by Black Veil Bride sound like a fucking like the fucking ending or like main boss fight for the MC?
I don't know. There's this band that I heard. It's called Disembodied Tyrant. You have to like. I think they're. I don't know what genre of music, like what subgenre of metal they are, to be honest. But like they have this breakdown that's just fucking completely insane. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, I need to listen to them. When I first heard it, I need to listen to them regularly. And now I do. All my new bands come from random stuff that pops. Any bands past like 2013. Except for Knocked Loose. Well, I don't know when Knocked Loose's first album came out. I don't remember. They were pretty good live, you know. But I've seen them live at Warped Tour. The last two Warped Tours they were there, I think. I think it was both of them. Yeah, I saw them live there. It works for Warped Tour. It would work for a club. It does not work for arena, like at all. Hardcore, deathcore, that genre of metal. It works in a club. It works at a festival. It does not work in arena. Listen, I love metalcore and I love deathcore and I love hardcore, but those are genres that don't work in an arena. I'm sorry. Love you guys. Just stop doing that. Slipknot works because it's just new metal. So
We got
especially their first album, although their most recent albums are very metalcore, very metalcore-ish in sound, and I love it. See, I was in high school when metalcore became a thing, and then everybody started listening to like that pop punk fused with metalcore kind of sound, like Every Time I Die and stuff like that. But I've always But I've always listened to metal because my dad's an 80s metalhead. So I've been listening to metal my whole entire life. As well as country music and rock, just standard rock from the 80s. Not, well, pretty much all rock.
Yes, our spawn rate did indeed go up.
So... But I started getting really into music when, like, post-hardcore started becoming popular, and emo and screamo and metalcore was starting to become popular, and all that. The two best bands in metalcore are so slept on, it drives me insane. And I've seen both of them live, and Dustin, I think you have seen at least one live. No, you have you seen Darkest Hour?
No, I don't think so.
Their new album's more like what, like, I would say they're closer to, like, their new album's alright. I like their old stuff better. And you know what got me into them? Their first music video was on Headbangers Ball when they redid that on MTV2. And it was just this nerdy ass looking motherfucker screaming into the mic. And I was like, I like this. This guy can yell. They play good music. Wait, did you ever see From Out of the Ashes?
Yeah. I went when your
Did we go
brother
to one? I
opened
don't
for
remember.
him.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
When your fucking
Those are the two
brother
most-
opened.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I was like, what? How do you forget that of all the concerts? How do you forget that I went to that one?
To be fair, I don't remember who was there. As a matter of fact, I don't even, because of how many times that band changed over people.
True.
I was like, I don't even remember who the fuck was on stage that day. I know David was there. I know what's his name was there. Him. Yeah, that's all I remember really. I also got really drunk. So.
Oh no, the one band had a keyboard player that was like super fucking hot.
Yeah.
Other than that,
the hottest keyboard player. Look this up. The hottest keyboard player at the time. I don't know what she looks like now, but in the early, mid to late 2000s, the hottest keyboard player in any metal band to ever exist is the lady from Bleeding Through.
Was that who the other band was?
No. There's no way they toured with Bleeding Through.
No. But they were.
No,
I think they were
weird,
very
bro.
bleeding. I think they were very Bleeding Through-esque because of the.
That was popular
really
at the time.
Keyboardist, and yeah, it was popular at the time. I think they even did a cover for one of the Bleeding Through songs.
Probably did. Them and I saw From On the Ashes and Darkest Hour, two most slept on metalcore bands of all time. I'm talking about From On the Ashes when they were metalcore, not when they moved in that post-hardcore after that guy left.
I don't listen to any.
Their last album's really good.
I mean,
no, because they haven't put out a new album since the last one that they put out in like, what was it, like 2000?
Yeah, most or 7. Most of what I listen to is what was that first album called? Cherry something or other.
No, that's just a song from their first album. Actually, that's a good question. I don't fucking remember what that album's called. It was one of my favorite bands too for a long time.
Right.
They're so fucking good. If you're into metalcore or post-hardcore, you'll like them. Too bad you're beautiful.
The Fiction We Live, Too Bad You're Beautiful. Abandon Your Friends isn't terrible.
Friends.
But that's when they started to
And
go to
then
that. Holding a Wolf by the Ears is
by its ears, 2006. No,
yeah,
2007. Yeah. That was the last
Chloroform,
album they put out besides a live one.
Chloroform Perfume.
Dude, I think that last tour that I went to when I saw them was the last time they'll be touring. It was so fucking good though. The lineup was weird. I didn't know anyone from that lineup. But they were alright. Except for the one. Band. I wanted to kick them out of the fucking... Gay. That's all I'm saying. They're just gay. Anyways. Not literally, they're just bad.
Well, maybe. I don't know them.
Well, I know one... Well, I don't know. I'm just not gonna speak ill. They were just bad.
Right.
They weren't a good band at all. And it's not because it was live, because usually I can tell when they're just bad or if they're just having a bad performance. They just didn't write good music.
21... No, 20.
To be fair, though, a lot of the things I listen to, nobody understands why I listen to it, so... I miss old Devil Wears Prada. That shit was the bomb. That's what I really miss. Because they had cool song titles like Dogs Grow Beards All Over. Now they make like post-hardcore kind of shit music. It's not horrible, but it's just like really... It's like when you think post-hardcore, it's like, oh, that's like the spitting image of post-hardcore. It's like now they're like a... Meanwhile, we saw them after their first tour, or for their first tour, and their second tour at Warped Tour ever. I've never seen them live in a... I've never seen them in a club. Yet I've seen them 4 times. I miss Haste the Day. They put out a new song too recently. Like within the past year. Those are bands that are all gone.
Pretty much.
For the most part. Some of the best bands of that time period from like 2000, like especially in the hardcore scene and the metalcore scene and the deathcore scene, they were one album and that's it, and they were fucking awesome, and it drives me insane that they only had one fucking album. It drives me literally mentally insane. Like Abcab, they were fucking awesome. Abacab.
Yeah.
No, not All Cops Are Bastards. It's a reference to a video game. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
And then there was Monsters. Do you remember them? They wrote that song Ignite the Underground. They were fucking awesome. I saw both of them live at the same show.
Nice.
And they were fucking sick. And they only had one album, and it makes me sad because they were fucking sick.
Dropped one album and then dropped off the face of the planet.
There's a lot of bands like that, though. Like, I have a list of bands that released one album and never released another.
I also have lists of bands that have dropped like a lot of albums, but like dropped off.
They only have one good album.
or they just dropped off the scene, like fucking His Infernal Majesty. We used to listen to that shit all the time, and then they dropped off. They dropped their
They still tour though.
They dropped their greatest hits album, and like but right, that's what I'm saying. But like at the same time, they pretty much disappeared. Like they never tore anywhere close to us. I don't hear
Well,
of any.
they used
I don't
to.
hear of any new songs or albums. I'm sure they put them out, but I never hear from them. Same with CKY. I don't really hear a lot. I don't really hear shit about Guar either. Like,
Well, Guar's done.
did they finally?
No, they still
stop?
tour and shit, but they're just done. You know what I forgot? Waterfall. I forgot to go grab Waterfall. I'm an idiot. Yeah, him was really good. Dude, it was really weird. When my brother had that thing for his for the groomsmen.
Infernal Majesty too. 96 Quite Bitter Beings, My Promiscuous Daughter. Such great songs.
North Sunny Shore. Oh, I was supposed to talk to that gym leader again. No wonder why. At least I can just go straight up then. Yeah, CKY. Both the band and the I guess videos.
Yeah, the Jackass-esque videos.
You mean the Jackass before there was a Jackass? Because they were Jackass?
Right.
And then Johnny Knoxville was a douchebag and fucked him over. Steve-O's a fucking douchebag too. He can fuck off too. Bam's a dumbass. So.
Yeah.
A lot of the Bam crowd's a bunch of fucking retards who had too much money and
also
became druggies and alcoholics.
Well, I think Brian's death fucked them up. All of them.
Yeah, but like, what's his name?
I mean, they were already,
what the fuck was his name?
They were already kind of fucked in the head to begin with.
Was it Brad himself? Brad himself, or whatever the fuck his name was? Start with a B.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was like into like every fucking drug known to man. I'm like, dude. And he was a heroin addict. Like, he would go down to Baltimore if he couldn't find anything in Philly and shit. Yeah, CKY, his brother, they don't even talk to each other anymore.
In the head, but Ryan dying definitely fucked with Bam. It fucked Bam up even worse than he already was.
It fucked all of them up.
Yeah.
CKY was good. I saw him in the last Warped Tour. Or second to last Warped Tour. I forget which one it was. They were really good. It was cool because they had one of the stages in the trees at Merriweather. That's where they played at.
Oh, nice.
In that stage. And every time I died was there, it was fucking sick. God damn, I love that fucking band so much. August Burns Red was there. That was fucking sick. You got me right where you want me. So good. Fucking every time I die is like this weird mix of like rock, southern rock, and like metalcore. It's just a weird fucking band. It's awesome.
Fuck was that so hard?
That's when I had my ears gauged out. Remember that, Dustin?
Yep.
I still have holes in my ear. David does too, and it's hilarious.
Mine are still holes.
I should have healed when I was. I should go back and heal. Yeah, but David's are like still pretty large.
Oh, like
he hasn't had them in for like.
You can't see through my holes.
You can't see through mine either. But mine look like they've been pierced forever, and I just don't wear earrings anymore, or any kind of gauges or anything. That's what they look like. And yeah, I can still put any kind of... Well, probably not any kind... I can't put double zeros in there. That'll fucking hurt.
My starter misses.
That's cool.
The flywheel every once in a while.
Your starter, you probably need a flywheel. That already needs to be bolted back over to the fucking crankshaft. That's cool. Yeah, my truck needs a transmission. Unfortunately, that's really expensive. Takes a lot of time.
It misses every so often. It's not like a regular thing. It's so fucking random when it misses.
I know my flex plate is loose, or yeah, the flex plate on mine's loose too. So I had to I told the shop to red Loctite that shit in when they put it back on. Yeah, I have a lot of work to do with my truck. I wish
permanent.
I wish it was a starter, because if it literally the only reason I took it to a shop was because I don't have a lift. That's literally the only reason. Or I would have changed it out by now. That's the only reason I went to the shop.
I feel like you could have got it done faster.
Well, not really, because it's $2,000 fucking dollars for a transmission.
Okay, well, unfortunately, $2,000 is still a lot less than $5,000+, which is probably the minimum you're gonna spend on a new car.
No, I can probably get a new car that runs for, well, after tags and title transfer and all that.
After taxes, tags, and title, and then you gotta pray nothing's wrong with it. That's what I'm talking. Like when I got my truck, it was only $2,700 for the actual truck.
Nah, if I go buy a Honda Civic that has a lot of miles, I guarantee you that thing will run. Not only will it run, but it'll run until the wheels literally fall the fuck off. I mean, someone who had a Honda Civic that just drove it, not modified it.
When I got my truck, it was It was a little over $2,700.
Look, man, my truck is a god truck. Okay, it is a '95 Ford F-150, four-wheel drive, and has the inline 6 motor. I'm keeping that truck until it literally turns to rust powder. Okay,
also,
I don't care if I buy 5 vehicles.
But also,
that's what's happening.
the car very well may be $2,000 when you start. Like I said.
No, you can get one. You can get one for $2,000.
You can
get one for $2,000.
$2,800.
If I go buy a 1999, if I go buy a 1999 Civic right now, if there's one near me,
taxes,
I can guarantee you. Even after tags and title, it's gonna be under it's gonna be like $3,000 at most.
And then come to find out, the fuse box was never replaced, and that was a recall from that year. But there's nothing you can do about it now, because 2024 and 2003 are very distant relatives. So I had to find another fuse box, which really wasn't that expensive. But all in all, with everything said and done, it probably cost me around $5,000 to buy the truck and get it on the road and not have it break down again.
Nah, I'd be good if I mean I would buy a Honda Civic right now. I actually want to buy a small car.
I'm not saying it's not possible to find a car for $2,000, and there be nothing.
You know what I really want though?
High mileage. I'm not.
I want to buy.
I'm just saying when you're in that price range, 9 out of 10 times there's something wrong with it that nobody fucking caught until you fucking bought it.
Because I will say, even though I don't like Honda Civics personally, those things run forever. Or Toyota Corolla from like the early 2000s and the late 90s. Hell yeah, dude. You're not gonna, that shit ain't gonna break.
Oh yeah.
I wish my mom never traded her red one in. I was like, yeah, it was dumb of you. Although she traded it in because it was in 2 accidents.
I mean,
they weren't bad. They were just like fender benders and shit. Enough to fuck up the front end to not be correct anymore. One was a deer.
To be fair, my life is one fucking bad luck after the other. That was the whole reason I went to get a new. That was the whole reason I went to get a new truck, was because my transmission died in the old truck, and I didn't like the transmission that it had. I didn't want to replace it or anything because I didn't like the transmission. It was Ford's stupid ass fucking enclosed transmission system that you never fucking open. So I was like, no, I'm going to get a truck that actually has a transmission that I can fucking add or take away fluid from.
You can add fluid. There's always a plug in there. Always.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass to add fluid to those closed systems.
Yeah, my truck will literally turn to rust dust before I even think about giving it up.
But, I mean, knock on wood, as of today when I pulled back, it was either when I was getting ready to, it was either when I pulled into the gas station or when I was leaving the gas station, or when I pulled back into the house. I hit 243,000 exactly.
That's hilarious.
And I know
doesn't even have 200,000 miles on it.
And
the only way I'm changing that truck is if I can get a bar engine for cheap.
I know full well that some of that was done with, I mean, it's still running with less than an ideal amount of oil.
Dude, I want a bar engine so bad for that truck.
I just can't afford another $40 fucking 5-quart jug of oil. Shit's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I would like to rebuild my engine.
$40 for some fucking oil, man. I remember when you get a jug of oil for $20, man. And people were saying that was expensive.
Bro, think about this. In the mid-2000s, right? And I explained this to somebody, because someone said it was inflation. I'm like, no, it's not inflation. It was the EPA.
Oh, yeah.
So, in the mid-2000s, for a jug, like a 55-gallon drum of paint thinner, it was like $50. You know how much a gallon jug is now of paint thinner? 20.
Ridiculous.
And I used to paint houses. I used to do all kinds of construction. Mostly paint, though. I'm still really good at it, too.
The oil thing blows my mind.
Eh.
It's the same thing with the batteries, though. I remember people with big-ass trucks like mine saying that $60 was expensive for a battery. And I was paying like $40 for high-end premium batteries. And now, good God, I pay like $120 for a battery, and that's the fucking cheap one.
That's a graveler.
I think the battery I got was 160. And I need them cold cranking amps. All of the cold cranking amps.
Then I gotta get new tires for the truck. Which they're gonna, I haven't even looked at prices recently.
That's probably the one thing I don't need. I need brakes though.
I'm just gonna tire rack and see how much you're costing. Yeah, because I don't have a standard tire size either. I have 33 by 12 or 11. Yeah. What are you looking at those cars for? Just a daily driver? Because I'm looking to save up, I'd say about 20 to 30 grand to get a 2000 to 2002 Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins. That's what I'm looking to get.
I would do the Corolla.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the Corolla. If you're just doing daily driver.
Just because I hate people who own Nissan Sentras.
No, it's the Altimas.
Pretty much anything Nissan at this point, unless it's a high-end.
What are you talking about, bro? Those little Nissan trucks are sick. The old
Even
ones.
they're not as bad as the fucking sedan owners.
You have a Rogue? I'm not... The only Nissan vehicles I like are, like... They're sports cars.
The Rogue is like the crossover thing, isn't it?
You know they made... You do realize that they made a GTR version of the Rogue, right? It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know how many were released, but they're fucking, I know, it was a Juke, I'm sorry. It was a Juke R. Not the Rogue, the Juke. It's essentially a GTR in a Juke. Which I think the Rogue and the Juke are like the same thing, essentially.
Just something about those Altimas and fucking Sentra owners, the fucking little sedan bitches.
No, the Sentras
so
are fine.
annoying.
It's the Altimas that are the worst. It's always some fucking stupid girl who doesn't know how to drive. Always.
But honestly, the Corolla is probably the best out of the three.
Go with the Corolla S and manual, and you'll never have a problem. Besides regular wear and tear. If you can drive a manual. If not, learn. There's one good thing about driving a manual. The Maximas aren't bad. They're like the big sedan. What do you call them? Like the saloon sedans. They're not bad. I'm not really into them though. The only thing I'm into in Nissan is their sports cars. So the Z series, the GTR series. Not a fan of their trucks.
The only way I will drive the Patriot that the wife owns is if I put it in semi-automatic mode. I guess they call is that what it's called?
No, it's a manual mode. It's a CVT, so who cares? I hate those transmissions. They're so bad. They're not.
You know what?
Unless it's the GTR
You know what I'm
one.
talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. That's the only way I'll drive it though. Is when I put it into fucking the manual mode, because I like driving manuals. I miss my manual.
Well, the only way I'm changing this truck besides rebuilding the engine and the trans at this point is if I can get a bar engine. I'm dropping a fucking manual in it. The bar engine is so sick. Think of, right? Take the 2JZ and make it by Ford. And that's what you have. A twin turbo, inline six, retarded engine that never dies.
I still want it to be four-wheel drive though.
Why wouldn't it be four-wheel drive? I don't understand.
It's got to be four-wheel drive.
But why wouldn't it? I don't understand.
All four-wheel drive.
The Frontiers look nice, but there's a lot of head gasket issues with them. I mean, if you want to change your head gaskets out when you first get them, Sure.
My only issue
Or get someone to do it.
My only issue with the Frontiers were they were even for the same, because it's essentially the same. The sport track from Ford is essentially the same truck.
No, it's
Ranger,
not.
Sport Track, Frontier.
No, the Frontier is not the same truck. First off, you're thinking of Mazda, not Nissan. Secondly, the Frontier is completely different. It just is.
It's the same class of truck.
I mean, I don't consider Rangers or Colorados small trucks anymore either. And the new Frontiers aren't small. They're the same size. I'm sorry, I don't...
In the time range that I was... In the time range... In the year range that I was looking at them, they were all around the same size. And they were not... The Colorado...
No, I will say the S10, the Ranger, and the Dakota were all the same size. The Frontier was still bigger.
Not by much.
No, by a good
not
bit.
The older one.
No, by a good bit. You'd be surprised. The front. I think the front.
Anyway, the price.
I think the Frontier
the price range
is what. I think
$5,000 more.
I think the Tacoma and the
same
Frontier ruin small trucks. Personally, not because they're bad vehicles, but because of their size. Like, they ruin small trucks. That and the EPA and safety bullshit. And, like, the new Ford Rangers, don't get me wrong, the Raptor one is pretty sick, but you can't have it here, so who cares? That 4-wheel drive and 4x4 are the same thing. The only difference is all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive has two wheels, one in front, one in back, that have power going to it. So it's usually opposite. So it'd be like so my truck, it's the rear driver's side that powers most of the going forward or reverse. And it's the driver's side rear. Probably not. It's a Ford. Most Fords are driver's side.
Most of the Fords I've driven have been passenger side.
And that's 100% false.
That is not 100% false.
That is 100%. I can tell you that right now.
I can tell you that. I'm the one who fucking drove them, so you can't fucking tell me shit.
You know how I know? Because I know the year Ranger used to drive is driver's side
don't really
rear.
Care. And it's not.
Yeah, it was.
It's passenger rear. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. You know how I know? I fucking took apart the rear end and put it back in. Another Ford Ranger the same year. You can say that all you want, dude. You don't know how. Do you even know how differentials fucking work? Like,
I drove the truck in a fucking storm.
It doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Four-wheel drive is, in my opinion, better than all-wheel drive.
No, by far no.
In a snowy circumstance, yes.
It's not. No, it's not. All-wheel drive, as far as power getting to the ground, is the best system, no matter what, in any condition. Period. Anyone claiming otherwise has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They need to go back to school and learn how it works. Because you have in four-wheel drive, you have in two-wheel drive, you usually have one main power forward, unless you have a locking diff. Locking diff locks up both. It's usually in a Ford. It's usually driver's side and passenger side front, driver's side rear, in four-wheel drive. Unless there's a locker, which mine has a locker, so technically mine is.
Mine's an electronic lock.
Mine is. It doesn't matter what kind of lock it is. Mine is the whole front locks up. The front differential locks up.
I just turned a knob.
I hate those, actually. I like the stick shift one.
Oh, I would prefer if it was that, to be honest.
Nobody makes them anymore. All-wheel drive is probably is the better system overall because of the way it works. So all-wheel drive depends on the engine layout, but it either has a transfer case or a center diff, which then goes off to the tube, and it uses old ones use clutch packs, new ones use electronics to tell you what's going on. So, for instance, one of the most famous Subaru, there's two different forms of how they work. Subaru and Ford and I think Honda, their all-wheel drive system works differently than others. Nissan's is all four wheels get power all the time with a rear bias percentage out. Subaru has a front wheel drive bias, but in a regular street car, unless you tune this out of the car, it's only front wheel drive until it starts slipping. Until the front wheel starts slipping. Like when the back wheels when the front wheels start when the front starts slipping. When I say slipping, I mean like not getting the same traction that it normally would.
Right.
Then it turns on the rear wheels, whereas Nissan is all-wheel drive all the time, but it has a rear bias, so most of the power goes to the rear. And Evos are set up all wheels get and all it's the same thing as Nissan, but they're front bias because of the sedan. The Mitsubishi Evos. And I forget what Toyota's is. Dodge or Chrysler's all-wheel drive system similar to Nissan's.
I think Ford is like.
Ford's front.
I think Ford is like. I think it's like 70-30 front.
No, you're talking about. I'm talking about the actual engagement. You're talking about the where the power's split. So the engagement for Fords are front. So it's not until the front wheels start slipping, it starts doing its thing. Whereas Nissan, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and I'm sure others, I don't know all of them, so they're all all-wheel drive all the time. It's a rear weight bias, but especially with electronics today, it's so much easier for them to change it. Four-wheel drive, 4WD is four-wheel drive. That's what it's short for. And 4x4 is four-wheel drive. That's why I don't like Subarus. That and the engines. But I don't like Subarus because of how the all-wheel drive system works. Like, when you tell me it's all-wheel drive, I want all-wheel drive all the time. Ford I'll give an exemption to, because I think that's where they... I think they have two, to be honest. I just don't remember them all. I know they're SUVs that aren't four-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive ones are front-wheel bias. So what it does is it turns the front wheel and slip when that starts slipping. But that's more. I think the ones that are rear bias, you can tell which ones got most of the power and how it works. Except for Mitsubishi, because Mitsubishi setups the engine is different. So. And Subaru's fucking all-wheel drive system is insane. It's the whole transmission is both the center and the rear and the center and the front diff, while also being the differential housing. So yeah, it's efficient as far as size, but it's like, fuck. Like when you go to open it. Porsche is similar to, it's funny because Porsche is the same as Subaru, right? But since the engine's in the back, it's technically rear-wheel drive bias. Just because the engine in Porsches are in the mid or back. GTRs are really weird, the new ones. That's a crazy system, the way that all-wheel drive works. Funny enough, Do you know where the transmission is, Dustin?
In the front.
No. It's near the rear axle. Like, it's not attached to the engine, like normally. I mean, it is, but it's different. It's weird. I don't understand it. The new GTRs, the old GTRs, use a transfer case. So, like the Skylines, the ones that were actually called Skylines, they use transfer cases instead of center differentials. Then you got the different engines. I think my favorite engine of all time is beside that aren't diesel, is the any inline 6, really. I can't really think of a shit inline 6. For two reasons. One, you can usually beat the fuck out of them. They're well balanced, so there's not that much vibration. And in comparison to a V8 or even an inline, or even like the inline 4s, it's just way more balanced. They have more torque, and you can get a shit ton of horsepower out of them, just usually stock block, depending upon which one you're talking about. Those are my favorite engines. Any inline 6, pick one. Now, I will argue which one's better, and the best one that I know off the top of my head would be the 2JZ. And not the BMW, so not the new Supras. That's a BMW engine. The old Supra, sure. The new one's not so much. I don't know. I don't really like the body style of the new Supras. I like the old bubbly style. The Boxer engines are nice. The problem with them is that like 250,000 miles, or anywhere between 150,000 to 250,000, you're changing head gaskets. They blow up. There's a reason why Subarus are known for blowing up. It's because the head gasket system. It's because the engines are... Well, it's because of where the engine is. So, the pistons go out to the side, and there's two head gaskets. So, it's a lot different than an inline or even a V. Because, yeah, a V has two head gaskets, but... But where they're sitting, the gaskets blow because of where they're at, and the oil feeding is not good in them. Like, I'm not saying they're bad engines. Trust me, if you buy a Porsche, you don't really have a problem. But as far as like Subaru and I don't know if anyone uses Boxers anywhere besides them, I probably wouldn't get one. Don't get me wrong, the WRX STIs are sick, but it's just not worth the headache. Especially when you're trying to put power into them. Just isn't worth it. Have to do another one nice. But yeah. I don't have anything like actually... There's nothing wrong with them. They can produce a lot of power. Their top end... Their top end's kind of not very powerful. That's the only problem I really have with them. As far as like if you want to talk from a purely performance standpoint. They remind me of the opposite of the rotary engine. The rotary engine has got all the powers at the top end. They do have a lot of torque though. Shit, if I want to be real with you, I'd probably go... If I was going to get a car, I'd probably go get one of the Volkswagen TDIs. The only problem with that is that it's a Volkswagen. But those engines do not die. Your car will turn into nothing before that engine doesn't work anymore. This is a diesel. It's the only real reason. Diesels last forever. They're usually built so retarded, overly built that it's just... Also a low RPM, so that means it's not gonna, you can't blow it up via rev very easily. get a runaway engine, and then it goes over the RPM limit. But it's different. Boxer engines are cool in theory because of how low they are for with the lower center of gravity. But the way oil feeds, stuff like that, that's the kind of stuff I worry about. That's why I'd rather have an inline 6 over anything. Most of the time they oil feed well. They're better on gas than a V8. They run longer than V8s. If I was gonna pick a V8 today to pick, it'd probably be the Mustang Coyote or Ford Coyote engine. It's probably the best V8 out right now. The best inline 6, I would. Ooh, that's a tough one. Right now, I'd probably go with the Chevy one, which is not even in a car. It's an SUV. But you take it out of an SUV and put it in a car, and then it's awesome. Honda RAV4s are really good. Or Toyota RAV4s are really good. So are Honda CRVs. They're really good. They'll last forever. Inline 4s. If you get a CRV, you can do the same thing Civics do, by the way. Because they use the same engine. Unless you get the V6 model, which also has the same software. So, like... it's just like, okay. RAV4s are nice, though. They're very nice. Get the all-wheel drive one. You'll be set. Don't have to worry about weather. None of that shit. You got enough ground clearance to travel through most snow unless it's a blizzard. It's not a lot, but it's more than enough to drive in the snow. All-wheel drive. Good on gas if you get a 4-cylinder. But the Toyota 6-cylinders are really good on gas, too. So, same with the Hondas. How the fuck do I get out of here? Did I get trapped? It's a Kadabra. V6s are nice.
Kadabra.
If I was going to pick a V6 vehicle today, it'd probably be the Ford Ranger Raptor, the GTR, 350Z, 370Z. Trying to think of what else exists that I would buy as a V6. Any Toyota V6 because it'll last forever. Same with the Hondas. Toyota, if you want longevity and like, but if you're looking for performance, I'd probably go with. If you want longevity, go with Honda and Toyota. If you want performance, I'd probably go with, or the one of the EcoBoost, not the Bronco EcoBoost, because that's a smaller engine. They fucked the Bronco so bad, dude. Like it's not good. Wait, did I get stuck in here? Like, is there no way out of this? Do I have an escape rope? I hope I do, because I don't think. What is that under? I don't even remember. There it is. Apparently I have 4 escape ropes. I'm not coming in this room ever again. Anyways. No, that's that's not the Ranger. The Ranger has a V6. The Ford F-150 Raptor has a V8 now, and the first edition did too. There was this weird part, I forget what year it was. I think it was 2018 to 2022. Where they had the bi-turbo EcoBoost V6. Most cars that crumple up instantly nowadays are pretty shit. There's a reason for it though. The Bronco, they just fucked it up because of how bad it looks, and the engine they put in it. If they would have put the Coyote motor, which is a 5.0, in the Ranger Raptor, I would have a lot more respect for it as an option. It doesn't have to be the main one, but just as an option, I would have had a lot more respect for it. Now they started putting back in the V8s they should put the Coyote motor in the Raptors. It'll be good for boosted platform. It's good naturally aspirated. If you want to naturally aspirate it, if you want to keep it naturally aspirated, like fully tuned, naturally aspirated, or if you want to throw a boost at it, you can. And they have really good. They're pretty good on gas because of the variable valve timing. I will say that's one thing Ford did very good on V8s was variable valve timing. Everybody else fucks it up. So Cadillac really fucked it up. Chevy, GM. Oof. Remember when they had that front row drive Cadillac? It was a V8 in the early 2000s. Yeah, that engine's fucking horrid. I'm glad they never used it in their trucks. That would have been a mistake. Although I will say the new LSs are pretty good too. For the new Camaros, they're really nice. They're expensive now. They're expensive, but you can never go wrong with an LS because you can swap them. You can swap the parts on an LS from one LS to another. So like first gen LS, like from back in the '90s all the way up into the LSs of today, you can swap the heads, valves, cams, everything. As long as it's the same size bore, you can do whatever the fuck you want with them. They're crazy, actually. I like the LS platform. It's a good, cheap platform to get into. You can go buy a junkyard motor and have 350 horsepower, drop it in a rear-wheel drive sports car of any type. There's thousands of parts for them. Go to any auto parts shop, get them. Yeah, they're great.
I like the old Broncos. I don't like the new Broncos.
That's what I was talking about. The new Broncos. I would have passed on the looks of the new Broncos if they would have put the Coyote motor in it. I would have been like, that's fine. It's got the Coyote motor in it. Awesome. I don't care what it looks like. I will say this. That's the only thing. That is the only thing that
like if I could dead ass find
that Ram or Dodge did correctly was put their Hellcat motor in a fucking 1500 and make it the equivalent. That's the only thing they did right in the past while. Let's just put it that way. Because the only problem with it is it doesn't come in manual.
I really wish I could find a 4-door Bronco, the old ones.
Oh, from the 80s?
In decent shape. But finding a 4-door one is next to impossible, much less finding one in decent shape.
I don't think I would want a 4-door one.
For a decent price.
I think that's one truck I wouldn't want a 4-door of.
I do.
That and 90s Dodges, because the 90s Dodge 4-door looks like shit. That body style with the 4-door looks like shit. Now, if you have the 2.5 doors, like the half doors in the back, that looks fucking sick. With the suicide door in the rear.
Yeah.
It's an extended cab, essentially, but it's sick. And they're putting the new Typhoon motor in the TRX now, or what, I forget what it's called, but it's not a TRX anymore. But it's the same thing. They're putting that inline 6 twin turbo in there. I do want to see that motor do good. It's essentially the 2JZ of America. It will be. Comes stock with a twin turbo setup similar to the 2JZ. It's a pretty sick vehicle. Or a pretty sick engine. I like it a lot. I forget how this cave works. I'm trying to figure it out. It's kind of puzzly, I know that, but I just don't remember how the fuck it works. What? The Broncos? They're not bad looking. They just look like... They look like they try to do what the... what Toyota did with the FJ Cruiser. They tried to take a classic look and make it look too modern. Now, I'm not hating on it, but I'm just not like... Like, I don't like most new vehicles. Like, most new cars to me look like shit. Like, I want cars like they had back in the day. You could tell what a car was just by looking at it. You didn't have to guess the difference between a Trans Am and a Firebird. Or a Camaro and a Firebird, or a, even though they're all the same company, they're all the same frame. Trucks
had that big... Trucks had that big old brick body.
Yeah. Cadillacs had those cool-ass wings.
But you knew exactly which truck it was.
Yep.
They all had the brick body, but you knew exactly which one it was.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can still do it. Every truck looks like shit now. The only reason I would want a TRX is because of the power, not because of the truck itself. Like the way it looks. I wouldn't want a Raptor today. They don't look hard. Raptors are probably the better looking trucks. Mostly the older ones. Like the 2011 to like 2015. I forget when the first gens stopped being first gens. They look alright.
You know what I like? The old Ford Lightning.
First gen or second?
Before it was an electric car.
First gen or second?
I don't remember.
First gen looks like my truck. Second gen looks like the one from the Fast and the Furious movie. The first one.
I don't think I hated either of them, but as long as they have a gasoline.
I would want the second gen because of the motor that's in it. That's the only reason. They have the Terminator Mustang motor in it from the 90s, yeah. Which is also funny enough, the 2000s Ford GT had that same motor. But like
that would
better,
be a fun truck.
Souped up, I guess you say, for the GT. Now the Ford GT's that twin turbo EcoBoost.
Everybody around.
Put the Coyote motor in that bitch. Put the Coyote.
Everybody around here would be like, "Oh, it's a Lightning. It's an electric truck," and then I go, "Rah!"
Well, no, because they look completely fucking different, dude. You can tell the like all the generations of the Lightning look completely fucking different. The Lightning looks nothing. Today's Lightning looks nothing like the second gen or the first gen. Literally nothing.
But a lot of these kids don't even know what they'd be like, "Fucking Ford Lightning, what the hell is that?" I only knew the electric one, and then you hear, "Wah!"
No, I mean, when you say kids, what do you mean?
All the kids around here. Trust me, the kids around here wouldn't know a fucking real Ford Lightning. The ones that are driving their souped up fucking big ass fucking trucks and compensating for their small fucking dick.
They'll be lifted, but they're not souped up. That's for fucking sure.
And they like to try to race my fucking. They like to try to race me. And I don't really care because I'm not tearing up my transmission trying to race your dumbass.
Well, I'll have a new transmission soon. Actually, if there's anything I want to do to that engine, it's rebuild it. I need to do a fucking engine. I want to rebuild the whole damn thing, to be honest. Over time. The whole fucking thing. I'll do it one day. But right now, I'm into getting another vehicle. I kind of want a car that I can tune, and I'm not sure what I want to go with. Unfortunately. Because I don't really want front-wheel drive. I can settle with rear-wheel drive, but I don't. But I really want all-wheel drive. So really, for inexpensive all-wheel drive platforms, going to be hard to find in general. But I'm not sure what I would get.
Honestly, if I was going to keep this particular truck, I'd probably try to find the original OEM stereo, because I think there's a lot of options on the OEM stereo that I no longer have access to.
My next vehicle, I was thinking about getting a Dodge
Because
Stealth,
you know a lot of those,
but they're so expensive.
a lot of those quote luxury SUVs from that era, you controlled a lot of your fucking shit on the stereo, like sport mode and fucking all that shit.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So I'd like to get an OEM stereo reinstalled just to see if I even have the options that I'm thinking of. And then if I do, obviously I would keep the OEM installed and just get one of those aftermarket Android Auto / CarPlay screens installed as well.
To be honest, if I just want to be able to have Bluetooth and decent sounding speakers in my truck, that's probably one of the next things I do. Because I don't even have a tape deck.
That's funny.
No, that was strictly a work truck. You can tell. It's an XL. It's not. It has no option.
Does it have like a stereo at all?
Yeah. Ain't that old?
Was it like
this,
a single din? What is it, like a single din stereo?
It's 1.5. I don't really care.
I can't help you then. All I have are doubles.
No, I'm gonna get something.
And
new.
you would need at least. And you would need at least 8 inches of clear. I think like 7-8 inches diagonally of clearance. Maybe even 10. I'm not sure how big the hole is.
With that,
at least you would have Bluetooth functionality.
That's all I really want. I've only had 2 cars that were pre-2000. Or post-2000, I mean. My Dodge Ram 1500 and my Focus.
My current stereo has Android Auto. But either my phone or the stereo isn't acting right, because I can no longer do anything, to be honest. Like, unless it's voice.
Dude, I thought about looking for an iRock. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought about looking for an iRock. I'm not even lying. I thought about it so bad the other day. I was like, that fucking Camaro.
I think I need. I mean, I've had the stereo for a while now, and I got it on fucking clearance. So
I wouldn't mind getting a Ford Focus RS. That would be cool.
It's probably,
but they're expensive.
It's probably just the stereo not keeping up with the Android Auto software. It keeps up with the fucking Apple CarPlay software, though. That shit fucking works flawlessly.
I just want Bluetooth. I don't even need the Apple or Android bullshit. I actually don't want it. I just want Bluetooth. That's all I need. That's all
I
fucking
want it
need.
just to. I want it just to be able to send it to, because I have the back. I have the screen in the back, so I can do a full send to whatever video to the screen in the back, and I can just hang out in my truck.
That's it. I also thought about getting a Dodge Neon SRT4, Dodge Stealth, GT3000. It'd be cool. Actually, GTRs aren't that expensive if you buy some of the earlier gens. Because they really haven't changed anything. Besides some maybe the stupid little features. So. How much are they going for right now?
What?
Older GTRs. I wouldn't mind having that fucking thing screaming down the road. These are fucking new ones. I don't want a new one. Are you crazy? Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
60 to 70,000 for 480 horsepower off the rip.
Oh, that actually isn't bad though.
Don't have to do shit. You'll beat any car around here that isn't. You'll beat any sports car around here that isn't fucking highly tuned. Sure, you'll probably beat most of the sports cars in Maryland that aren't highly tuned, if not all of them. I also thought about getting the Evo. They're pretty sick, like the last run. But I'll take one that isn't a last run. Oh, drive turboed. I'll be good with that. MR 8,
MR dots.
9.
MR ducks.
Final edition.
MR no ducks. Oh, SAR. CM wings. MR ducks. This is the Earth.
Not bad. 33.
I would say to them, you want ice cream cone? Both of them, yes.
Final
That would be
edition
it.
Lancer Evolution. 303 horsepower, inline 4, turboed, all-wheel drive, rally car. Essentially.
Too much upkeep.
For what, an Evo?
Yes.
Nah. Not at all. Not at fucking all. Too much upkeep would be a fucking RX-7 or RX-8. Subaru. Another car would I want? How much are they going for? That's not bad either. 30. Ford Focus RS hatchback. All-wheel drive. Inline 4, 350 horsepower. Turboed. Four-door. Manual.
Manual. That's the most important thing.
They don't look bad. They don't look
If
great.
it's not
They don't look
manual,
bad. I like the older Ford Focus
manual, you
RSs.
can get the fuck out.
I don't know if they made an automatic RS. They might have, but
And get the fuck out.
I have to look that up.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
No, this one's automatic, so I guess I did.
Ew.
That's my jam. Shit like that. Or the...
Well, you're not going over there.
Yep. How much is a Neon SRT4? It's front-wheel drive, but you can convert it to all-wheel drive
Three peens
pretty
and
easily.
three peens and a giant.
.220 horsepower, turbo inline 4 with front-wheel drive. 10 to 20,000. 10 to 20.
Let's fucking go. Catching Eevees like it's our job.
Truck-wise, I want a Dodge Ram. Perfect truck would be 2002 Dodge Ram. As low miles as I could get with
Why 02? Just wondering.
So last year they made the 90s body style
Yeah.
for the 2500s. The best body style Dodge ever made for trucks. Besides the square ones. It's the only good moderns. It kind of looks like it's a little bit better than my no, I don't mind the 2003 to 2005 ones either, but
That was way off.
they have very similar body styling. Though I do want a sports car really badly. Like, I'm fiending for some sports cariness. Especially a manual. That's my only problem with the Chargers and the Challengers. They're all automatics now. I don't like that. Sorry. Be really nice to be able to afford a Viper. ACR. Last year. But you're talking about like 150, 200 grand. Because those are like supercars, dude. Like, people forget this. Like, they call them modern. They call them American muscle in car games. Like, nah, dude, that's a fucking supercar. That car's fast as shit. It's just as fast as any.
Big ass fucking engine.
It's just as fast as any Ferrari, any Lambo, any of them.
Big ass fucking engine for no reason. For every reason,
V10.
but no reason at the same
I love
time.
the first gen ones. They're my favorite. Do you know why?
V12.
No, they all have V10s.
Oh.
Neighbors are V10s. No. Because imagine building a sports car, right?
I thought they made a V12 one.
No.
Fuck you.
Now imagine making a sports car in the early 90s. Okay? You don't even have fucking door locks. As a matter of fact, you don't even have outside door things to open, like handles to open the door. It was literally a metal box with some plastic slapped onto it for style, and then some windows, and then an engine, and some wheels. That's what that fucking thing is. It was a death trap. And I want it.
No kind of a death trap.
Oh, yeah. Especially in my hands, dude. Fuck. I also would like to have the Dodge Ram 1500 SRT10, which is essentially the Viper truck.
Honestly, though, that is the reason why I would not quit my job immediately if I ever fucking became not a brokey. I would just go in there, like, every week I'd have a different fucking car.
Dude, you probably have to take off for a lot of the cars. Because I'm like, if I ever won like the lottery or something.
I'm not a brokey anymore. They get delivered, bitch.
That's true, but I'd still want. No, I don't want to drive it home. That's the thing I would want to do.
I'd have them deliver it to my job. I'd get a ride to work.
No, I want to drive it home.
That's what I'm saying.
Like from the.
I would get a ride.
From the fucking place that I bought it from.
No, I'm custom ordering everything.
I mean, you can't custom order old vehicles.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You can buy a vehicle and then have a garage do it for you.
Which is what I would do to every fucking...
Can't custom order a fucking...
I would either custom order or customize every fucking vehicle. Like, it would... And then I'd get it delivered. And then I'd drive it home at the end of shift. Or if they pissed me off, what do I care?
I wouldn't be working. I'd be doing other things to make money. No way I'd be fucking working at where I work right now if I won a lot of money somehow. It'd be the lottery or whatever. No fucking way. The fucking day that money hit my bank account and I knew it. I don't care if I'm in the middle of a fucking shift. I'm leaving and never coming back.
My ride's here. I say that all the time at work. My ride's here. I gotta go.
Yeah, the Shelby F-150s are nice.
I want one.
The Impala from Supernatural is really nice too.
I want one as well, and it's legitimately, there's nothing special about that Impala, the 67. Like, they really did nothing special to that Impala at all. There are other year Impalas that are way better than the 67. It's just because of that show, I want the 67.
Didn't that come with the 440? What do you mean?
Maybe, I don't know. I just don't think they did anything special with the 67. I think there were other years that they did that they might have kept something from the 66s, but I don't think they added anything. Like, it wasn't a special Impala year. It was legitimately just an Impala. It might have had the 450 in it, though.
Maybe 440.
But I don't remember.
I gotta look at all the options. Give me a second.
And then the one, plus the one from Supernatural wasn't even, like, it was just off the lot. Like, it wasn't any, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really like 90s what? Because didn't it go through like a change in the mid 90s?
The Impala?
The Impalas.
Wait, what is a 440 in liters? Because apparently this website can't give me cubic inches. I'm an American!
I don't remember what they look like. They looked like granny getters though.
No, they don't.
For some reason, the 94 to 96 Impalas SS.
Oh, maybe.
The stock ones just look like granny getters. Like, you can get body kits for them and they look really cool, but the stock ones just look like granny getters. Like, little grocery. Gotta take my sedan to the grocery store. Little do you know it's not a sedan. It's a fucking Impala SS.
That's pretty high horsepower for that fucking time frame, dude. 440?
They are great.
425 with 460 foot-pounds of torque? Jesus fucking Christ. Look at that shit.
I just liked when it looked tougher, though.
440? Do it! That's what I would do. The best sleeper right now is go buy a Ford work truck with the Coyote motor in it. Like you could buy brand new or the past couple years. Get the Coyote, buy the base model. Nothing. 4-wheel drive, base model. The Coyote motor. You have probably the best, at that point you probably have the best sleeper in existence. It's, dude, it's a fucking, it's essentially a GTR. Put a small turbo on that bitch. There you go. People are calling it the Mexican GTR, but it's the American GTR. It weighs just about as much as a GTR. That's why I'm saying that. Single cab, single cab. Best no prep, besides the GTR and a few other all-wheel drive vehicles. Best no prep.
I'm going to get a Coyote
car
motor
existence.
and put it in my Expedition.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it'll be.
Put it in.
Just because I feel like it'll be better than the 5.4.
I mean, the only reason it'll be better is because of aftermarket support. There's a funny thing about the new Coyote motor. A lot of the aftermarket support exists from the old Coyote motors.
Right.
So. Yeah, no prep. If you're doing no prep racing, that's probably the best vehicle right now, besides the GTR and a few others. The GTR is probably the best as far as vehicles go because it's just a car. If you're looking for a car, if you're looking for a truck, I'd probably go with the F-150 bare bones 5.0 4-wheel drive.
Sometimes I hate fucking sharing my shit.
I just don't share it anymore.
Because every time I fucking share, I get that shit.
That and old, if you want a really good sleeper, get an old Honda Accord.
I honestly just want my friends to fucking watch a little bit. Like, I don't even care about fucking...
That's pretty fun. Put a turbo, build the engine, put a turbo in that bitch, you're good to go. Dude.
You know what? You know what car I always thought was a fucking beast ass fucking car? The fucking old fucking 1980 late 80s Grand Marquis and fucking Lincoln Town cars. Cause they had that they were
They're
so
nice.
fucking pimped out. And then they put in the fucking late 80s, they put the 5.0 fucking Mustang engine in them.
I mean, they're not bad.
Which
They're
would
just
which would have
whatever.
been a lot cooler if they were a lot lighter.
The Fox body Mustangs, everybody shits on that. I'm like, that's like the
The Grand Marquis
Toyota
and the
H6 of
Lincoln
America.
cars are fucking huge ass fucking tank type cars.
You ever see that rendering of if Initial D was American?
No.
Oh, dude, I gotta bring that up. That's fucking sick. Give me 1 second. That's probably one of the best rendering I've seen. It's not. It's like.
Damn, we've caught a lot of
Yeah, it was done in Unreal Engine. It was done in Unreal Engine. It's fucking sick. It's probably one of the best. One of the best renderings as far as when it comes to like cars in recent history.
the fucking
No, I gotta set this up right. Hold on a second. Let me make sure everything's set up right. As far as sound goes.
pretty much everything that they render in Unreal Engine 5 looks awesome as shit. Like,
Not
I
that
think
it looks awesome as shit. Is
I'm
that
pretty sure
not only does it look awesome as shit, but it's
Rendered-
100% fact.
somebody
If Initial
rendered
D
Halo-
was American, this is how it would be.
somebody rendered
All right.
Halo in Unreal Engine 5. That shit looked fucking. Oh my god. Like, Halo
This
already
shit is
looks
fucking
pretty,
sick.
but that shit was.
Alright,
fucking,
shut up.
They would have fucking a McDonald's, French and Mountain Dew and Coca-Cola. Fuck you.
You guys shut the fuck up. This is sick as fuck. I don't care what anybody says. It makes me want a Fox body.
It's probably my least favorite body thing, but that doesn't make yeah, I can't lie.
This rendering makes me want so bad. I don't even know why. Like Fox. That's exactly what American Initial D would look like.
Why does everybody train?
It would be a Fox body.
Why does everybody who's worth anything train by delivering milk?
Well, it was tofu for Initial D.
Well, on that car, he was a milkman. That shit said fresh milk.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. We don't really eat tofu here.
I know. I'm just saying, why does everybody who's anybody train by delivering shit? Like, something. They're always a delivery guy. Goku and Krillin, delivering milk. Initial D, tofu, and in that rendering milk.
I would buy an H6, the Corolla. They call it. I would buy one, 110%.
We've caught a
110%.
lot of Eevees, and still have yet to get a shiny one. It's my birthday, Pokemon. Don't you know this? Which means you just give.
I would get
Eevee.
if I got a Fox Buddy today. If I got a Fox Buddy today, it would be tear out the. I'd probably buy a cheap 4-cylinder one. Tear it apart. Buy a new rear end. Get the whole suspension redone in the front and the rear. Put the coyote motor in it and call it a day. That would be such a fucking nice build. Such a nice build. What is this cave?
My big thing right now is vehicles that go vroom, but I could also crash in if I had to. For some reason, I don't know why. That's been my thing for a while now.
Like sleeping?
Yeah, if I had to.
You can't, Dustin. You can't say crash in and expect everybody to.
Oh my! I mean, not like
Be like,
crash,
you mean an accident?
like crash, like sleep. Like, hey, can I crash on your couch? Not crash into your couch.
Good luck on that. What is this cave
I
called?
know it's not going to go vroom vroom, but I do want it to go vroom. My truck goes vroom, and I could crash in it. I mean, if I had to, it wouldn't be very comfortable at the moment, but...
I mean, you can crash in most trucks. All you need is a blow-up mattress for the rear.
But I want it to be, like, comfortable, too. Like, I want it to go vroom on the road, but I also kind of want to be able to, like, hey, you want to go fucking in the middle of the fucking woods and go mountain biking and then fucking just fucking instead of fucking going home, sleep out in the fucking woods in the truck. And I got a whole fucking, like, I don't, but I also, like, fucking, I don't want to fucking actually camp because I'm lazy. So I want it to be, like, comfortable.
I do. I like camping.
Pull out a fucking
I love
TV
camping.
and play some fucking video games and shit if I want to.
I'm gonna take David's ass camping.
There's a fucking Dragonite and a Charizard flying right above me.
You catch both of them.
Moment.
Just because they're there.
I'm trying to catch Eevees, man.
There's no way I would give that up.
I'm trying to get a shiny Eevee.
A haunch crow.
I'm not fucking up my fucking combo for Pokemon.
Get a World War II era Dodge Power Wagon.
No, a World War I era Jeep Wrangler.
I mean, that didn't exist, but okay.
The Jeeps that they... when did they start using Jeeps?
World War II.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can't sleep in that. I said the Power Wagon because they made ambulance versions of those, so you don't even need to do anything, and they're like off-roady as fuck, and they're diesels.
Fucking old H1, the original, not even H1.
The wagon.
Just the old military Hummer. It's literally just sheet.
The wagon
It's
one.
literally just sheet metal around the fucking frame.
The wagon H1. I would do that. I wouldn't do the ones for the military.
No, because they're literally sheet metal all wrapped around a frame. Like,
I know what it is.
they don't, motherfuckers didn't really have suspension. It was just...
Oh, no, they did. It was just really stiff, so shit wouldn't break. They had very much a lot of suspension. They just made it really stiff so it wouldn't break. That's all they did. Which makes sense. Dragon Pulse! Dragon Pulse!
Dragon Pulse.
What's the other one I would do? Ford Excursion. That's what I would go for.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that.
You're not wrong. They're fucking huge.
With the 7.3. Not the 6.0.
I've been looking.
I don't need a head gasket blown every fucking 10 months.
I've been looking at the excursions recently. Because there's a couple of them.
Or get a Dodge Ram Charger from the 80s.
There's a couple of them out here.
Take out the rear seat. Take out the rear seat, since I don't care. Except for, because most of the time it's just me and David. So. And, still have enough room to store the bikes in it. Or the 80s Ford Bronco. Or the 80s Suburbans.
Yeah.
Drop one of the new LSs in it. Newer manual transmission with the crawling gearbox. Attached to the rear. 4-wheel drive.
I don't know what year, but a Tahoe wouldn't be bad either.
It's still kind of big. Or not,
Well,
it's
you
still not
still
big
gotta-
enough. The only reason
Still gotta put plus you still gotta drop an LS in it.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do something like that, if I'm gonna make the ultimate camping like overlanding vehicle, it's gonna be Ford Excursion, an 80s Suburban
like
with the 7.0,
Expedition.
a Suburban with a
gotta be
dropped-in
like
diesel
Expedition or better.
or LS. Nah, it's gonna be
No,
one of
because the
4
'80s
vehicles.
Bronco, the '80s Bronco is gonna be around Expedition size.
It's gonna be one of 4 vehicles. I don't like the Expedition's goofy ass vehicle. It's a vehicle no one needed. And it became the popular one, which got rid of the Excursion. That's why I don't like it.
Well, that's because the Excursion you kind of don't need. The Excursion seems more of a niche vehicle than the Expedition.
No, we need more vehicles like that.
I also don't know if I'm ready for an Expedition. Or an Excursion.
Expedition, don't you? I mean, there's a
Fuckers.
V10 option, there's a V8 option, and there's a 7.3 option.
It's not the engine size that I'm fucking worried about.
And
it's
a
the
6.0.
truck size. I wouldn't get the 6.
That's nothing, dude.
I haven't driven something that big yet. Like I'm continually moving up.
It's just like driving a quad.
I don't want to
quad
know
cab
'cause
extended bed.
my fucking,
Not even. Quad cabs extended bed are longer than that.
my fucking truck is expensive as shit at a half a tank. I can only imagine what a fucking Excursion. Oh my god. I just spent $50 yesterday.
I spent $50 every time I fill the tank. And I only fill up one. I have 2 tanks in my truck. I don't use the other one.
I just have one, and apparently it's fucking huge.
I mean, because of the valve system,
Half a tank is 15
the valve
gallons.
system that switches between the two, it leaks. The valve system leaks, so it leaks into the other gas tank.
I don't think the
So-
top half. I don't think the top half of the tank is a half a tank. If that makes sense.
No. The
Like,
top
I don't
half
think
would
my-
be whatever the
I don't
gallons is
think
cut in
my-
half.
Right, but and one would think that would be 15, but there's no way I have a 30-gallon fucking tank.
I don't know. You had to look it up. It's not that rare to have a 30-gallon tank.
God, that's so much gas. I mean, I've never let it get to E, so like I know yesterday the person before me to use the pump used almost $130.
I have 2 tanks that equal 30 gallons, so.
I mean, 2 tanks that equal 30 gallons is more plausible to me than one big dumbass 30-gallon tank. For some reason, it's not plausible to me. It just doesn't click. Like, why the fuck?
It's very plausible. It's 28 gallons, dude.
Jesus goddamn Christ. Plus a few gallons in the fucking line. So yeah, about 30 gallons for the whole truck.
It's not like, I doubt you have a gallon in the line.
I know it. I mean, I guess that does make sense.
You might have a gallon if you're lucky.
It does. It is. 8 fucking.
Well, the lines are
quarts
just
of
very
oil.
narrow.
So I can only imagine how much transmission fluid it takes. 8 quarts of oil, 30 gallons, almost 30 gallons of gas.
I have over 30 gallons. Was it 16? I think it's a 16 and 18.
Do you have a little switch inside the truck or whatever that you switch gas tanks on or whatever? Or is it
Yep.
like an automatic thing? Oh, okay.
No, it's just...
Do you ever switch gas tanks?
Yeah, all the time.
I don't feel like using this gas tank. I'll use this one.
No, it's usually when my front gas tank runs out of gas, because the front gas tank doesn't tell me how much gas is in it.
Why is that always a thing with multi-gas tank vehicles?
It's just the float doesn't work anymore. Isn't that crazy?
No, it just seems like every vehicle I've ever every vehicle that anybody I've known that has multiple gas tanks, all have the same problem.
That's because the floats suck.
Every last one.
The
It's like
The
none
floats
of you
suck
fix
because
it,
they probably
you
used a
don't
cheaper
care.
float to make the 2 gas tanks work. Cost efficiency. That's why.
But no one has ever cared to fix it that I've ever known.
I would fix mine, but I have to replace. I'm not.
You gotta drop.
If I'm
the
doing it,
gas
I'm replacing the. If I'm replacing it, I'm replacing it for the whole thing.
the fuel pump and everything.
No, the whole, like the tank, the fuel, everything.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I also need to replace the valve, the switch valve in mine because it's not sealed anymore. So the front tank links to the back. They both leak into each other.
When you go up hills and down hills and shit.
No, it's just when it pumps through. So like, for instance, if my rear tank is on E, right? It's got no gas and like 0. If I go through a tank, I'll have a little bit less than a quarter of a tank in the front tank. I'll have a little bit less than a quarter of a tank in the rear. Because it's just because it pumps out. It's not like a. The way it works is that the rear tank, when you turn it on, it pumps. It pumps. It's not like a. The valve is the only thing that really. The valve is what switches it. When it switches it, the rear tank goes into the front tank. It's a weird system how they have it set up. I get it. I want to fix it.
We've been maxed out on shiny chances for like at least an hour and a half.
Good for you.
No, it's not, because we still have yet to get a shiny Eevee. After 137 Eevees, we have yet to get one shiny. And it's the title
You're
Pokemon.
innocent at Empoleon?
One would think
Fuck
they
off.
would at least put better fucking odds for the title Pokemon.
No. I don't know.
But no.
What do you mean every single title Pokemon is really hard to catch in shiny form?
I mean, for how many generations was it where you could only fucking get the one that you were given anyway?
What do you mean?
Talking about hard to get a shiny, you can't catch the motherfucker. You gotta sit there and reset the fucking game 30,000 times.
Yeah. And that's if it's not shiny locked.
Fucking Rapidash. I knew it was you.
No, you soft reset if it's not shiny lock. You hard reset if it is shiny locked.
Either way, you still have to do it like 30,000 times.
Depends on what generation you're talking about. Because it has lowered since second
And
gen.
then in-
Second gen
and
was like
then in
6,000
fucking-
something.
And then in fucking first
Yeah.
gen, it's impossible to even fucking tell.
Well, you gotta catch it. And not save. It's a stat thing. I'm sure someone has the stat for the shiny Mewtwo. And the Moltres and the... But I don't think... There wasn't a soft reset back then, so... You just have to turn off the turning off the console.
Right.
And I don't think there was any soft reset shinies back then. I don't think that came until the DS generation. I could be wrong though. I don't know. You guys keep wanting to use Sandstorm or shit. You know you could probably knock me out pretty good. Pretty easily. It's an electric Pokemon. I also want to get a dirt bike or a dual sport. That would be fun. I have to get my motorcycle license though, because Maryland has a motorcycle license. So why can't I go in there? Is that post-game shit? Probably is.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember because I don't remember. I didn't do much of the post-game for Diamond. Mostly just Ramanas Park. That's it. And the underground, obviously. That's part of Ramanas Park. Where does this take me? Oh, it didn't work out for me.
Fucked it up.
I don't think there's a way you can do it very easily.
Push either the top one or the bottom one. Actually,
do
push
what?
the top. Push the top one
do
and the
what?
bottom one in towards the other boulder, and then either go on top or bottom and push the other one up.
Yeah. When you said that, I was like, to do what, Dustin? Because I was like...
I was getting there. Shut the fuck up. Have your goddamn patience.
Come from the dude who was... Never mind. Dark Pulse, it's a good move.
My daily drivers.
Yeah,
just
no,
my,
daily drivers.
my expedition.
My daily driver is a bench seat fucking Ford. It's fucking great. Good old.
I love it.
Single cab Ford.
I also have 2 fucking 100-pound fucking German Shepherds to haul around 99% of the time when they have to go places. They take up a lot of room. They take up a lot of room.
He's got 3 Gibbles. What the hell? That's funny.
No, as long as you come at them with the right strategy, they're really not as bad as everybody says that they are.
What?
The Sinnoh Elite Four.
It's just Cynthia. It's a champion. It has nothing to do with the Elite Four. Cynthia's just a cunt. It's the way she battles them. It's not even like... It's not even the Pokemon themselves. It's the way that she does it. Because she won't keep a Pokemon in for that long. Victory Road.
Oh, your turn.
Huh.
We're almost at 150 Eevee.
What Pokemon are on here? Is there anything new? I think I ran into everything you run into.
Probably. You've been in there forever trying to fucking train up, so.
I'm not done training.
I know, I'm just saying.
I only have one Pokemon at level 70. I'm trying to get to 75. There's nothing really in here. Except for Lapras surfing on water. In the Nat Dex area. I mean, that's where that guy was standing.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing that's there that I could possibly get. That I don't already have, except for a regular Gyarados that I haven't caught yet. It's because I don't have a Super Rod. Or, yeah, Super Rod. Alright.
At least 150 or more to see to be a Pokemon master is my destiny. I caught 152 EVs. in a row. So it just reminded me of that. $153.
Take a while, Luxia. We gotta power through, buddy. The CX, that's their crossover, right? They're like RAV4 version of the car.
I think so. But it's like I'm pretty sure it's smaller than a RAV4 though.
Doubt it.
I like the
I'm pretty
RAV4
sure same size.
better,
I mean, I don't really.
personally.
I'm not a huge crossover fan, so. I mean, if I had to buy one, it'd probably be. Well, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just buy a car. To be honest. I'm not a crossover fan. That's just a personal thing, though. But if you need more room, sure. I'd probably go with the CX-3.
That's one thing I
really
do
like
love
SUVs.
about my
I like trucks.
Expedition.
I like pickup trucks. I don't really like even really like SUVs.
That's one thing I do like about my Expedition. I sit so nicely. I don't feel cramped at all in that thing.
I don't think I ever felt cramped in a pickup truck except for like an S10.
And I
or
probably
something like
wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have felt cramped in an F-150 or whatever. But
I think the only vehicle I ever felt cramped in is an S10. No, Dakota. And I guess the Ranger.
the S10, when I had more than just me in it.
Your S10 wasn't as bad as the next generation S10s.
Yeah, true.
Like
And then,
your S10 actually felt like.
Yeah, two people. The driver and passenger was definitely comfortable no matter what. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
But the Sport Track was awful. The Ranger wasn't so bad. The Sport Trek, though, I felt tiny in that thing. I felt huge in that thing. I feel normal size in the Expedition.
Fighting Honest is using Crunch.
I don't think the Explorer would have been too bad. I just saw the Expedition first.
Sport Track is an Explorer.
Yes, but no.
Yes, but yes, it's the same chassis.
But the interior is vastly different. Which is what I was talking about. Sitting inside the cab.
I don't know about that one.
Vastly different in an Explorer than it is a Sport Track. Driving it would pretty much be exactly the same. But comfort-wise, vastly different.
Thundershock. Thundershock the Zubat.
Four Eevees on screen, not one shiny.
What's up, X-Boy? Yeah, Cynthia is a pain in the ass. You know what it is? It's because that Spiritomb is Ghost Dark, so you really don't have any moves to fuck it up so good. Unless you have fairy moves.
True.
Same with Garchomp. You can use dragon moves with a non-dragon Pokemon. And beat Garchomp. Surprised I didn't go for the 5th time. That's crazy. I'm gonna grab a drink because I am thirsty as fuck.
It's getting really hot in here because this room's like your room. You close the door and it's just a fucking oven when the heat's on.
I mean, I have my window, so... Window's open right now.
I'm just saying.
Until it gets to 29, I don't lower the window. So if I know it's going to be under 29, 30, that's when I'll lower. Just only because of the heating cost. Because I notice a difference. What is the temp? It's probably too cold to be open right now, actually. That's because of yesterday. That's the only reason. Yesterday it wasn't that cold here. I think the coldest it got was... Well, it might have got cold as shit last night. I don't know. Because the heat's good enough to where I don't have to... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's 28. Yeah. I should probably put it down. I'll do that before I go to bed, though. How do you keep your room comfortable? I open the window. In the wintertime, I open the window. You open the window? Yeah, my room gets hot as fuck.
Right.
Doesn't help
Close
being
the
right above
door.
the kitchen.
Close the door, open the window.
Not
Mine
even close the
doesn't
door,
even make
right?
any sense.
The only reason I close the door, is because I don't want the rest of the house to get cold.
Mine doesn't even make sense. Because I'm not above the kitchen. I'm not even actually... I mean, I am the closest room to the kitchen, but it's still, like, on separate sides of the house. The kitchen's in the back, my room's in the front. The only thing that makes this room so close to the kitchen is because it's on the same level.
Because it's upstairs. Heat rises. Your whole upstairs is always
I'm
in one
over
and your whole
top of a
downstairs.
room that we don't use that is might be heated to 65 if it's lucky. Because it's got its own separate heating
That
system
doesn't.
in that room.
Yeah, but like, there's a critical mass. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's not your room's hot because it's upstairs. All upstairs rooms are hotter. Doesn't matter what's under it. Just the kitchen's the worst thing to be above. That's if you cook, which I do. So, if you never use the kitchen, it doesn't do anything. The problem is that my room retains the heat from cooking. My kitchen's probably colder than my room at all times, except for when it's like cook when you have the stove going or the oven. It's the only time it's probably not colder than my room. It's tile floor, which doesn't retain any heat because there's no real windows. There's no windows that get sunlight in the house really. It's always in shade. So. What I don't understand is that David's room's always cold, and he's heard about the dining room.
Right.
And at least during the day in the summertime, you would think, but then again, the way my house is positioned, it doesn't really get affected. Because the back door doesn't, the dining room doesn't get hot from the sun. It gets hot from the kitchen. Cooking in the kitchen.
Right.
The living room is the only part of my house, which is weird because I have a north-south facing house. I guess it's just the way it tilts. It's like not completely straight up and down north. It's not like 0-0, but
right.
Generally though, the back side of my house is north and the front side of my house is south. But I guess it's just off by enough a degree to... It kind of helps, actually. The only thing it doesn't help with is the AC is when the AC's on. Right? Because you got the heat coming in from the front. And that's it. Which is nice.
Oh shit. That DigiKitty person yesterday?
Uh-huh.
They rated me with 11 viewers yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Too bad you didn't thank him for the raid. You should thank him now.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, if they're watching or they watch this, friggin' awesome. Thank you so much. I didn't realize you guys had done that yesterday. That is friggin' awesome. I appreciate it. I wish I had paid more attention yesterday now.
It happens.
That's awesome though.
You should go follow him and
Lord
get the
Honor
notification for it.
Lord Honor, if you come back or are watching, thank you for the follow on Kick.
Was that supposed to hurt?
I wish Rumble had. I wish you had access to the mod
Current
dash.
live stats.
I wish you had access to the mod dashboard on Rumble when you're not actually using Rumble to stream. Like Kick and Twitch, I can get into the creators dashboards on a restream, but you can't. I can't figure out how to do it on Rumble if you even can.
There is not one.
I mean, they have one,
need
but
to
you
do-
have
they need to do
you
that.
have to use their streaming. Like you have to stream through Rumble in order to
Yeah.
access it. They don't have a third-party one.
No, not even third party. They don't even have a first party. You have to go into their streaming software to do it. You can't do it on the website until it's over. Like right now, I can go on YouTube and watch and look at my stats for this thing.
Right. I
The
can go on
dashboard.
Twitch.
They don't have a dashboard at all.
I can go on Twitch and Kick and do the same shit.
Yeah. They don't have a dashboard.
That's how I
Except for
realized
inside of their
that
streaming software.
DigiKitty. That's how I realized that DigiKitty rated me and Lord Honor followed my Kick. Lord Honor was 2 hours ago.
I mean, if you follow,
Pretty much right after
if
we
you
started.
follow me on Twitch or sub on YouTube, I get a thing. Well, no, I think YouTube was turned off by accident. You have to log back into that for Streamlabs because I have the overlay that runs in OBS, which is what I run the game in, the game sound in. So, yeah. So whenever you hear that random roar, that's a Gyarados from the anime, by the way. It pops up with a GIF of that Gyarados, but you can't see it because I'm not using virtual camera. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. Jesus Christ, I need to go do this. I'm tired of this. Thirsty as shit. Be right back.
We're just gonna keep catching Eevee until we get a shiny. Mainly because I want all the candies. I also kind of want to go through the Elite Four a second time with all the shiny Eevees, except for my main. Or all the shiny Eeveelutions. Since you can only get the three Eeveelutions. But you have the fucking Ice Stone and the Leaf Stone. So you definitely could have done all of the Eeveelutions. And it would have made more sense on Eevee learning all these fucking moves. Because Eevee learns a move for every Eeveelution. Fairy, Dark, Psychic, and obviously Psychic can learn ghost moves. Water, Electric, Fire, Grass. I'm sure he even learns an ice move, but I don't remember what it is because I already have the fairy move, so and that's more effective against more things than ice is. Ice is really only effective against dragon. Fairy's effective against dragon and lots of other stuff. So. And before I transfer all the EVs, I gotta check their potentials. Because if I get like a perfect one, obviously I'm not transferring that motherfucker. The shiny hunting in this game is the easiest way to collect candies for whatever Pokemon that you're shiny hunting. Because by the time you catch the shiny, you've done caught over 200. I bet you I have a ridiculous amount of Eevee candies right now. The last one gave me 7, this one gave me 6. I'm getting courageous candies like out the ass. So, at this point, I can literally probably max out Eevee's stats, or very close to it. And he's level 84. I can probably go take the Master Eevee guy with almost no problem, probably, right now. If I fed him all the candies and shit, like, it would be... He's supposed to be on this road, too, actually. I'm pretty sure that's what the kid said, that he was on Pokemon Road. There's Electrode. There's a coach trainer, which we never fought. I don't think we fought a lot of people on Pokemon Road, actually. I could fucking tear up Pokemon Road right now. Except for the Electrode Master.
Electrode. Electrode.
Oh, by the way, these fucking bushes, when you go to play Let's Go again, these bushes right here have so many fucking berries in them all the time.
Like this one, Road?
Look, yeah. Or it might be more of them, as long as these fucking yellow flower bush things. They have so much fucking berry. I'm constantly getting berries out of them, constantly.
That's cool.
And it's not just regular berries too. Some of them are silver. I've gotten a couple golds.
Yeah, his bushes probably drop them.
I keep forgetting to actually use them, which I should at least be using the pin apps so I can get more candies.
Yeah, you should definitely be using the pin apps. Huzzah. have a max elixir. Guess who's getting that?
Lugs are.
I just realized my Infernape is the lowest level Pokemon I have. My buddy.
He's a bitch.
Apparently.
The problem is Infernape is not getting much experience from anything that you're fighting because it is strong against shit that you're fighting. So it doesn't get the like when you play the type matchup, it doesn't get the experience.
Well, it does. It doesn't get as much.
Right. Whereas when you face like a normal Pokemon against a fighting Pokemon, if the normal Pokemon wins, it gets more experience because it's supposed to be weaker.
It also goes by Pokemon too, by the way.
I know.
Trust me, I remember making a battling Pokemon in Gen 1, fighting a bajillion Geodudes to raise your defense stat. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you can't just feed them candies or whatever like you can nowadays.
Well, they had Carbos and all that stuff, but it was so expensive. You had to beat the Elite Four a bunch of fucking times just to get it. It was the only way to make money afterwards. Or play the slot machine thing.
Right.
It's the only way it worked. But you could lose a bunch of money playing the slot machine. Because you had to buy gold coins to do the slot machine. And I forget how much they were. Maybe. What's Flare Blitz do? Besides damage.
It damages you. At least it does in Let's Go. I don't know if it... Yep. Also damages the user quite a bit.
Yeah, give up on that shit.
We don't do that here. We're not into hurting ourselves.
Flying, too. Flying move. All the best moves do something real bad to you every time.
I know.
Either lower your stats or they hurt you. Except for dragon moves.
Outrage confuses you.
Yeah, that's not the best. That's not necessarily the best dragon move.
I think it's the most.
I don't even think it's the hot. No, I think it has the same base hit points as something else. That I think only lowers some like a stat. I have to look them up. I don't know.
Dragon Pulse is the best.
Or their accuracy is shit.
Dragon
like
Pulse
Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump sucks because the accuracy of the attack is shit.
Dragon Pulse is awesome because
which
I'm pretty sure
makes no sense.
I'm pretty sure it's 90 base power and 100 accuracy, and it's a dragon move.
Maybe in that game, there's dragon moves you don't even know about.
We're almost at 200.
That was a critical hit. Fuck you, Golbat.
Hell yeah, crit
You're
hit.
a douche canoe. No, I didn't get the crit hit. He did.
And at this point, every time I
fought a flying Pokemon.
At this point, every time I encounter an Eevee, they all go away. There'll be like 3 or 4 on this.
Well, by the time you catch
There'll be like 3 or 4 on the screen, and then I counter and catch one, and they all go away. Which I'm not mad at, because it
That's
just
gay.
makes it easier for a shiny to spawn. They're just in the way of my shiny spawn, to be honest. I only need one at a time.
You need a lot of shinies.
I mean, if they all would pop
I
up
just realized
shiny,
that.
but
No, to get...
I need 4.
You're not going to transfer it into home?
I have shiny Eevees in home. I don't need any more. I went on an Eevee fucking... I have so many shiny Eevees. They did that Eevee community day and I went off.
Yeah, I should have did that, but we missed it.
I was like, I need all
That's
of the
okay.
shinies.
The first community day. The first community day. Pikachu community day, the first one. Me and my son decided to go play Pokemon Go because we were doing raids and stuff, but we needed items to heal and whatnot. So we decided to go play. We weren't doing raids, we were just doing the
I think I ran PGO.
collecting pretty much potions and revives. That's pretty much what we're focusing on. And obviously catching stuff for Stardust and things like that. But, and candies and stuff, but we were mostly focused on just getting healing items. And it was Pikachu Community Day. But at the time, people were getting banned for their nest fucking up and not going away. Like, it wasn't something on our side. It was something on the server side, and you could get banned for it.
That's gay.
So, that's what I thought was happening in Sykesville. There was a Pikachu nest. So I was like, you can catch a bunch, but I probably wouldn't go over like 15. And so we technically
a
missed
lot of Pikachus.
Pikachu Community Day while playing Pikachu Community Day. Because we didn't really follow it that hard. You know what I mean?
Fucking Dodrio.
I need a Magikarp Community Day again, though. So I can catch all of the shiny Magikarps. Yeah, so people were getting banned for using the game, pretty much playing the game, and abusing something that's fucked up on their server. That was retarded. Whoever's idea that was a moron.
Alright, we are at 200 catch combo on Eevee. And still no shiny.
Well, critical hit wouldn't have helped really. It would have beat him, but he's also got sturdy.
I had an easier time catching shiny Magikarp, shiny Pikachu, shiny Ghastly.
What, playing this game?
Yes, I've had an easier time catching all the other shinies but Eevee is fucking a bitch and a half right now.
Yeah, I can't believe we missed Eevee Community. I can't believe that one. That was when I was like, God damn, how did I miss that?
Although I'd like them to bring it
Although I don't.
I could use. I could use.
They won't do Eevee Pikachu.
I could use another.
We'll be lucky if they ever do Magikarp again.
I could use another Eevee community day. I need more shinies. All of the shinies.
I mean, this last one was Wooper, I think, or something like that. And they already did that. So, it was both Woopers too, I think. Paldean and regular. Jotonian.
We're gonna have to sell some shit.
Why run out of Pokeballs?
I'm running out of Ultra Balls. Fuck me. I mean, I have plenty of regular Pokeballs. Don't get me wrong. I have 200 regular Pokeballs. And it's not plenty, but I can keep going with regular Pokeballs.
Snow plowing, I can hear the truck beeping. That's right, he's steel too. Sturdy.
Alright, Ray.
Alright, see you later, man. I don't even know if it is a dude. Ray can be a girl. It's just spelled different. I think it has an E in it instead. I don't remember how he spelt it, so. Screamy screams. Punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face. At Mach speed.
No earthquake. 1 HP. Surprised I survived that.
It survived so you wouldn't be sad.
I'm not sad.
But it looks like it
Even
might
if
crack.
he didn't survive. Who, me or him?
Him.
So being a bitch.
He was in a bit of a pinch.
Ha, ha, Kazaz level 69. Ha.
Wookie nipple pinchy. Oh my god.
What?
Fuck life.
What?
It just ran away.
It wasn't shiny, was it?
No, but it still reset the fucking combo.
Oh, you mean it ran away inside the
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like it spawned and then ran away. That's what I thought you were talking about. I was like, what? Who cares? I think you're not caring too much here, Dustin.
No, it ran away inside the catch thing.
That's gay.
Now I'm going through seeing if there's any potential in any of the 200 Eevees that I caught.
Use Hurricane Gyarados. Kick his fucking ass.
Oh. That's a good one.
What? Yep. That is a pretty good one.
That one's not bad either. Not good enough. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Almost perfect.
I am getting ready for bed here shortly. Give me Steelix, more XP. Evolve Pokemon. So wait, how do you have a Steelix in nature?
Comes into contact with the steel coat somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, but you have to trade them.
Oh, I mean, how the fuck do you come across Gengar and Alakazam?
Well, no, that's just because they wanted to make a trade mechanic that was weird. This trade mechanic, the trade mechanic is the activating mechanism that does it. So Steelix can't exist in nature.
I can't fucking help you, bro.
They omitted what they did with Kadabra, with Kadabra and Gengar. Or, yeah, with Alakazam and Gengar, because, and Machamp and stuff, because they were the strongest. If you remember, they were some of the strongest Pokemon at the time. They were the strongest. It was like them, Dragonite, the legendaries and starters, and that's it. There was no like random Pokemon that could beat them. You know what I mean? Plus, with the typing effectiveness, you run into a lot of normal Pokemon. So Ghost is very good to have in general. There's a lot of normal Pokemon that are viable in that game that aren't viable now. Well, there's normal Pokemon that are viable now, like Blood Moon or Ursaluna. And his the primary attack he uses is a normal move, so it can't hurt you. But back then it was even stronger because there was more normal Pokemon and fighting Pokemon that were really good than anything else. So they tried to balance it, in other words, and they just couldn't do it. That's why there's no dragon typing. If you there's dragon typing, but like it's the same with typing as normal in that game, pretty much, except for the weakness to fighting. There's no weakness to fighting. It's just regular effectiveness. And Dragonite was bulky too. Is bulky too because it's a pseudo. So it's got all the right. It's got all the right things. There was nothing super effective to it at all, and elemental moves are pretty much useless against them. Against Dragon. Fighting moves are your best fighting and normal moves are your best option, especially with Hyper Beam. Being 150. Just because of how bulky he is. Chansey was viable too. Because of how bulky it was. And it could learn some pretty good moves. Some pretty good moves too. But the move selection wasn't as big, so it wasn't super viable. Plus, you couldn't fight Chanseys in that game. They were in the Safari Zone, so XP grinding sucked. Couldn't even count on a Chansey coming by and battling it. So you'd pretty much just be on Victory Road most of the time. And they tried to fix Dragon by adding Dragon being super effective to Dragon later on. Was that Gen 2 or 3 when that happened? I forget. I think it was Gen 2. But I don't remember. So. It's been a while. To gauge his effectiveness. That hurt.
300 Eevee candies.
It's gonna take you a long time to feed them all.
It really is.
Because you only do one at a time, right?
Yeah.
I wish they would have thought that one out better.
Yeah.
But then again, it wasn't a competitive game. I think they should have competitive that. I really do. And competitive Legends. But you can't even battle in Legends, so... You can only trade.
Right.
That you can battle each other, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they should have a. Should definitely have a competitor for that. I mean, I know it's limited, but like, who cares? You know what I mean? Who gives a flying fuck?
I mean, it's really only limited to Gen 1 and some
And Melton.
forms.
And Melmetin. And Gen 7 forms. Because that's a Gen... Did you know that's considered a Gen 7 game?
Oh, man. We're about to hit over 10,000 on the CP.
Building Pokemon, that does take a long time.
CP doesn't go over 10,000. His stats are still going up, but the CP is maxed. But his stats are still insanely high and climbing.
I mean, I think it'd be fun to have because you can make a really powerful, like, Articuno and Mewtwo and stuff. Yeah. Magikarp. Use Tackle. Takes out everything.
I think I maxed out his special defense. It's not rising anymore. I don't get a point for special defense. And 374. Can you even
But I think it would be fun, actually.
No.
Not with special moves.
We've only fed him 100 candies. It's gonna be the strongest Eevee ever.
Wait, do Mega's CP go up?
I don't know. Eevee doesn't have a Mega though, so it really doesn't fucking matter now, does it?
Yeah, but if it goes up past 10,000, then that's really the meta right there. Is just, you know what I'm saying? The meta would be Megas.
Right.
Well, one really good Mega. It's probably gonna be Mewtwo.
I'm only getting 2 stat boosts per candy now. Health and defense. Everything else, I guess, is maxed.
Wait, you might not be able to do doubles. Well, then again,
Or at
first
least
gen didn't have doubles either.
maxed for his level.
Um,
Now we're only doing HP. It's done. He can't take any more candies. It won't have any effect.
now to your Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon.
I want to look at him first.
Macho, you got some really nice Eevees.
Because he's a perfect Eevee. Technically.
Yeah.
By judgment, he's a perfect Eevee. That is the dumbest shit. Oh my god.
Alright,
That's
man.
wild. Alright, Eevee Master, where you at? Hang on, I might have...
That's the first thing I would do. Time is it? Alright, I think I'm gonna jump off. We've been streaming for a while.
3:18. I gotta beat this
Wait.
punk.
I have 84 catches. It's over half. So. Which isn't too bad. I still need to breed some, like the starters.
Right.
I have to get a Luxio. I got a trade for Alakazam, Kadabra, Roserade. I think it's an item. I don't remember if it's a trade or not. Crobat's trade.
What is Jesse
Golem's a trade.
on fucking Pokemon Road?
You'll see.
I never went back to Pokemon Road in Pikachu.
It's stupid. It's a dumb battle. And they give you the rocket outfit. It's dumb. Heracross, it's going to be hard because you can only find him on trees. Same with Combee. Drifloon. I think there's only one. And it's at the win. I forget what day that is at whatever time, but Gengar you trade for Mismagius. I forget how you evolve that. Honchkrow, same thing. I don't know. I can catch a Sea King once I get the Super Rod. Same with Wishcash. Still haven't seen a Stunky, but that might be 2 diamond only. Mr. Mime is diamond only. I don't know if you can catch Blissey or not. Same with Clefable. Haven't seen a Pichu or a Pikachu or where they would spawn. Maybe in the underground.
Maybe.
Haven't seen a Gibble, a Gibite, or a Garchomp in the wild. Well, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I want to say it's Spirit Tomb. That would make the most sense to me. Where's Gibble? It is Spirit Tomb. Munchlax is going to be hard. Snorlax is going to be hard. Because of the Munchlax. Unknown. I think that spawns in a specific spot somewhere. I forget where. So, that'll be fine.
There she is. The Eevee bitch.
Lucario's going to be hard.
In amongst the 3 people that have evolutions on Pokemon
I haven't
Road.
seen a Wooper, but I've seen a Quagsire. Oh no, I have seen a Wooper. I need to catch a Wooper. Why haven't I caught a Wooper? Or Azum. I'm pretty sure this thing is also in this swamp. And I didn't catch Krogonk either. That was in the swamp. I ran into a couple of those. Artillery I could fish for. This fish I got fish for. Feebas is fish. I got the trade. I have to catch 2. Trade 1 to evolve, and they're a pain in the ass to catch. Don't know if you can catch them. Same with Weevil. I don't think you can. That's trade. And after Weevil, what is after Weevil? The Lake Trio and Dalgia and Manaphy after his Palkia. So. Obviously, I gotta move the Dalgia I caught from Diamond to here, but other than that, some exclusives. I gotta figure out what those exclusives, all the exclusives are. Just do that one day. So, all right, I'm gonna battle this one thing and we're going. Alright. That's right, Ifrit is fainted, I forgot. For the heal him. Alright, well, see y'all tomorrow. We'll be on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and chatting. Have a good night.
Holy cow. Have a great night, guys. I sneezed. I'm sorry.
Alright.